A ballot initiative in front of voters in November would change how our elections are run in Nevada. It would create an open primary and ranked choice voting. So how does that work? Here's a quick explainer. First, it creates an open primary, meaning you can vote for anyone on the ticket. Right now, you can only vote for Republicans if you're a Republican or Democrats if you're a Democrat. The top 5 would then go on to the general election. In the general election, you would rank them 1 through 5. If someone gets more than 50% in the general election, they win. If no one gets 50%, it goes to an instant runoff. The candidate with the fewest votes gets eliminated. Their second choice gets their votes, and that continues until someone has 50%. Sandra Cosgrove from Better Vote Nevada sat down with me to explain why she and the group Better Votes Nevada thinks this initiative is necessary. One of the challenges I think that some have suggested with elections, and one of the reasons Nevada Democrats went to the primary instead of the caucus, for example, confusion and just trying to make it easier for voters to choose who they want. Would you say what you're describing makes it easier?
I would think so, because we're giving us a streamlined ballot. You're not having to worry how I register vote. You're just registered to vote. We're going to treat you the same way as every other registered voter, one ballot. And then we're allowing you to be strategic in the general election, not the political parties. But technically, you only have to pick one. You can say one.
What is the challenge that you've found with the Better Votes Nevada organization and the initiative here to get this through? Just finally got through the state Supreme Court now. So what is next? How soon might this actually take effect?
So we had to turn in 141,000 signatures, because with the ballot initiative, you have to go out and talk to Nevadans, because that's what an initiative is supposed to do. And then if they say, that sounds good to me, they sign. We turned in 266,000 signatures. So when we were talking to people and gave them the explanation I just gave you, they said, let me sign that. So we know we already have a lot of support. The problem is that the Democratic Party sued us in court because they didn't want to change things, and political parties like the status quo. And so that's not surprising to us. The Nevada Supreme Court ruled in our favor. Now what we need to do is do exactly what I'm doing right now, is get the word out. We prevailed. We had enough signatures. You know, we're going to be on the ballot in November. We need people to vote yes.
Is there a benefit to going? I'm not saying it's exactly the same. I acknowledge that.
Right. But
just having more people involved in the electoral process for longer, beyond the primary.
Yes, we want, and our turnout for this primary in Clark County was 23%. That's not consensus. We want more people being engaged. So we're looking at, again, different countries that use this process. Alaska's using it right now. Maine has been using it. They do have more people showing up, because now my candidate made it through. Because what we see is that if your candidate doesn't make it through the primary, you're like, well, I didn't like those two. What do I care? Now, if your candidate made it through, you're more likely to be engaged, and candidates are more likely to say, all right, I was number 5, I'm probably not going to win. I know you're number 1. I have voters that really like me. If you would maybe take one of my ideas, I could tell my voters to make you their number 2.
But isn't the whole idea of the primary to sort of sort that out, so that at the general election you can at the end of the day find consensus, versus keeping a whole bunch of candidates strung along through until the general election?
So a lot of people will tell you the purpose of a primary is to pick the nominees for the political parties. That is not true. If you, again, the nonpartisan races, if somebody gets 50% plus 1 in the nonpartisan race, they just got elected, we now have a new sheriff. Right? So we're not using the primaries for that. But even in the partisan races, there was a law passed in 2015, it's SB 499, and it says if only one party fields candidates in a partisan election, whoever wins in that closed primary is the candidate. And so we are electing people even in the closed primary. And so what we're saying is we think the political parties are controlling the primary too much. And we want to have more people being able to participate. We want more candidates to also go forward, because we've got 1.7 million voters in Clark County. 2 people are actually going to represent that? We don't think so.
Now, if you want to know more about the initiative, it's a lot to digest. You can watch the full interview there on 8newsnow.com.